What's up guys, my name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel. Now this video is more of a warning than anything, a warning to not play in public lobbies because right now some crazy stuff is taking place. And if you guys have played in a public lobby at some point over the past few days, especially on PC, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Because there appears to be an increasing number of modders who are going into public sessions and causing absolute chaos. And over the past few days, there have been thousands and thousands of players reporting this and sharing very horrifying stories. Now it's not so much of an issue on Xbox One because to my knowledge there are no modders or mod menus available for that platform. As for PS4 though, over the past few months a number of different mod menus have become available for that platform. There aren't a huge number of players actually using them, so it's not so much of an issue, but every now and again you might come across a few players in a public lobby who are using them and abusing players in that session. But the issue itself is especially bad on the PC, and like I said, over the past few days the issue itself has become worse and worse, to the point where you really should avoid public sessions. In fact, at the moment, it seems so common to come across a modder in a public session. Nearly every session I've been into over the past few days, there's at least one modder, if not more, who's in there and affecting players in that session. And I'm sure it goes without saying, but at the moment, these modders have crazy amounts of power. Aside from doing the basic things such as killing all the players in the lobby, teleporting them all to one location, kicking them from the game, even crashing their games, there are much worse things than this taking place right now, such as adjusting CEO stats, deleting people's offices, warehouses, and things like that. They could even make people join jobs, but the worst thing happening right now, these modders are removing people's money. And we're not just talking about a few $1,000s, we're talking about millions of dollars being lost every few seconds. In fact, over the past few days, I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of players over on the Rockstar support forums report this issue on PC, where players are losing millions of dollars in seconds. Now luckily I myself haven't seen this yet, and I'm sure there are still plenty of players out there that haven't really been affected all that much, but I'm sure you guys can imagine it is a horrible situation to be in. In fact, a few days ago, one player going by the name Jack K recorded some gameplay of this taking place to him in a public session, and you guys can see straight away he began ranking up. The modder set him to level 8,000 and he got there within a matter of seconds, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere he began losing huge amounts of money. You guys can see in the top right hand corner he begins losing $500,000 every 2 to 3 seconds or so, and it's because this guy, the person modding in the session, was charging Jack a hospital medical bill of $500,000 every few seconds for supposedly killing someone in passive mode. But for some reason this guy didn't change sessions, and within about a minute or two, all his money was gone. He went from several million dollars to zero within about 60 seconds. And like I said before, there are loads and loads of people being affected by this. There are loads of stories on the Rockstar support forums and various different gaming forums as well about this happening to players. In fact, some of you guys watching right now may have experienced something very, very similar. Now luckily Rockstar are aware of the issue. A few days ago they released a statement or an article on the Rockstar support forums, and they basically said they're aware of a new method where cheaters are manipulating the rank and the in-game funds of other players on the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, and they're currently working on a fix. Which is certainly good news, and over the past 24 hours, Rockstar have released a number of different updates and fixes to the background scripts to try and stop this from taking place. One of these changes was shared by Thunderpanda yesterday on the GTA forums. He said that Rockstar have updated the background scripts, which limits the amount of RP you can get. So basically if someone tries to give you 1 million RP, you won't be affected, and it will limit it to just 100 or less. And then earlier today, Rockstar disabled the hospital bill multiplier in GTA Online and set it to 0. So basically, if anyone tries to charge you the hospital bill, you'll be charged $0, which obviously prevents that huge bill that players were using to take money away from other players. So Rockstar are slowly getting there and trying to counteract and implement things into the game which limits what these modders can actually do, but even so, I still wouldn't recommend going into a public lobby. There are still so many things these modders can do to your accounts and do to you in general, and it's just a horrible situation to be in. And I'm sure it goes without saying, but it's also a massive inconvenience as well, especially if you lose money, if you have your offices and garages taken from you, vehicles go missing, and things like that. But even if you aren't affected in this way, it's still very, very annoying that you can't go into a public session and feel safe from modders. There are so many jobs, events, and activities you can only do in public sessions, and you can't do it in invite-only sessions. Things such as the CEO work, for example, the importing and exporting of vehicles, and so on. And it's almost impossible at the moment on the PC version of the game to go into a public session and do any of these things without some form of modder in the session trying to destroy the vehicle or kill you in the process. And even with the changes that Rockstar are trying to implement at the moment through the background scripts, they're only temporary and don't fully solve the issue. So what we need right now is another update in the game to try and stop and disable these modders completely. But I kind of feel like it's an uphill battle. By the time Rockstar fix one issue, they've either found a bypass or a way around it. But for the time being, I would recommend staying out of these public sessions at all costs unless it's absolutely necessary. With that being said though, I want to get your thoughts and feelings on this situation, and also let me know as well, have you guys been affected by this over the past few days? So go ahead and leave a comment on this video. If you guys could also drop a like as well, it would be greatly appreciated and it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.